Major League Baseball Commissioner Rob Manfred working with the Cleveland Indians to remove Chief Wahoo, the mascot, from the uniform. Some people deem that mascot racist, and it'll be phased out in a year. It will no longer be on their caps or their sleeves. Have you thought at all about working anymore with Dan Snyder about the issue with the Washington Redskins and the name of that franchise?
Well, Trey, as you know, this issue's been around for several decades, if not longer. And I think the interesting thing is Dan Snyder has really worked in the Native American community to understand better their perspective, and I think it's reflected mostly in a Washington Post poll that came out in the last year that said over 9 out of 10 Native Americans do not take that in a negative fashion, the Redskins logo or the Redskins name, and they support it. And so I think the focus that we've had is, in any way, is this insulting to the Native Americans? And I think that poll is overwhelmingly positive that they don't. I think the Redskins have done a tremendous amount of work here, and I think Dan continues to believe in the name, and I don't see him changing that perspective.
From that point, do you, the league office, and you in particular, hear from people about that? And if so, what influence can you have? As Trey said, Rob Manfred worked with Paul Dolan in Cleveland. Do you have the power to have him change it or strongly suggest it? Or how does that relationship work in this instance?
Well, again, I think you start from the position of, what the reaction is of the Native Americans. And as I said, that's overwhelmingly positive about it. Second, I think you obviously ask Dan to listen and make sure you understand what the fans are saying, which he has. We have. We don't hear this very much from our fans, but we understand there are different perspectives on this, and we're sensitive to that and understand it, and we make sure that we do whatever we can to make sure we're presenting all of our teams in a positive fashion.